Welcome back to the StarLadder I-League Invitational. We are ready for our second game of the first series of day 2 here in Kiev in the StarLadder Arena. And it is going to be a close one, I think. We just had our first game taken by Complexity. They made it easy. But knowing Newbee, they'll come to think of an answer for this second game here because they are, with reason, the best team in China, and it's time for them to try and show it that they are also good against international teams here, because that first game did not look hot, Will.
No, it didn't. It was very one-sided, and that has been the theme so far. These upsets, these Chinese teams right now, they didn't come to show up, David.
No.
They really didn't.
They didn't. You know, first LAN of the season. It's not TI season yet. They gotta give them like 6 months, Will. China will bounce back.
The rough part, it was like, if you had a list before the event started, if you had to poll people and say, who are the 2 weakest teams at this event, you would have said Complexity and
SG
No,
Esports.
I know, I said coL.
Who would you have said the 2 weakest? coL and SG, I think there's a very good argument for that.
I guess so. I think I would maybe say SG and Na'Vi. Like, I think Na'Vi's, I mean, again, I think
Na'Vi?
First of all, you
I would
are
upset
right
the Na'Vi
now in
fans out
Kiev,
there.
so
I know,
I don't know if you can come outside this room
that's
anymore.
why I was like, I almost wanted to agree. Like, yeah, I agree. SG and coL.
Dude, Dendy's got shooters out there.
yeah.
I know. I was like,
The boys are.
oh, babe, my brain was telling me just agree with him, just agree with him. And I'm like, my heart's like, no, I gotta speak my honest feelings. here,
Regardless, and 2 of the strongest teams, you would have said Newbee and maybe like 3rd or 4th, Vici.
Yeah, because you would have said Liquid.
Yeah,
as
but
yeah.
they're getting rough times, man.
Yeah, Newbee is. I mean, mentally, this was a tough loss, I think, as well, because I think they were expecting to win. And well, it's time to see if they change
Sticking
it
to
up.
their guns, though.
Yeah. They are not changing it up yet. They picked Clockwork first again. They banned out the Chen this time, which Z-Freak used very successfully previous game.
The
So
Clockwork was way too good. Like, the Clockwork was a good part of that game. Like, he had very good hook shots.
Yep.
The cogs were disruptive. And the thing about Dota is, if you have these core concepts in mind, you can't just, like, change them. Because then you'll run out of ideas, and then you're a broken team. If you feel like the Clockwork is good against the Earthshaker, and you really strongly believe in that, even though you lost, you have to kind of believe in it.
Yeah. You also know your lanes are going to look very strong with coL running this 5-position Earthshaker that they like to run. You can really pressure that offlane with a Clockwork +1.
And once again,
To it.
All right. I mean, I like this for the very reason you just said, Will.
yeah.
You know, that's how you recognize a good team. They just want to tweak something. And the question is, what do they want to tweak? They already tweaked the Chen out of the game because that was an annoyance.
They agree with us. They'll tweak that Monkey King out as well, I guess.
Yes.
I hope so.
When I see it in China, the biggest thing is that a lot of Chinese teams, like, they pick these melee offlaners as well, or they run these 2-1-2 setups to counter, but these teams are willing to run that safe tri-lane and put a lot more attention on the tri-lane in general rather than the mid lane or the off lane. And so when you're in that kind of situation, when there's 3 heroes just constantly hitting you and you're a Monkey King, then you can't really trade as much.
You know what I thought last game?
What's up?
It went so fast compared to some of the other drafts we had yesterday. Every team used almost all their bonus time. But these 2 teams are so fast.
Yeah. coL got to their last pick last game and still had like 1:40 of reserve time.
But why is that? Because these 2 teams haven't played together.
For coL, it's like they know what draft they've got set heroes strats they want to run. They also know what Newbee's likely to pick because they've studied them, and vice versa. I imagine Newbee's the same. They know the coL heroes. The Eye are tiny. Game their adjustment. They want to ban the Chen. They have the heroes they want to pick. So I think it just shows more perhaps prepared drafts.
Okay.
And also a bit more predictability with the drafts.
Yeah.
Well, we see that Newbee banned out 3 of the heroes that coL had last game, so coL has to change things up. The Batrider Viper as well, removed.
No bad strat. Just say, look, we believed in our draft. Obviously, those are some heroes that made our draft not work too well. Let's just ban them out, and we think our draft will work better.
Yeah. What I'm curious to know is what their answer is for the Visage. What Newbee was really relying on heavily in China was the Ember Spirit for SECC mid.
Yeah.
I thought that he was just going to play a mobile killer in the past anyways, but last game they opt not to do it, or something like the Sniper. But this time around, I think they're going to take a little bit more time thinking about their 3rd and 4th, because last time they were very hasty with it, and there wasn't enough thought put into, oh, we actually still haven't thought of a counter for this hero, and so instead they take the Phoenix.
There's damage over time is always good against the Visage because you need to break that like Gravekeeper's cloak. So here like Jakiro can be really annoying. I think Phoenix the same thing where you have the Fire Spirits, you hit the Visage with them, you can hit his bird, slow the attack speed, and also break down that Gravekeeper's cloak, making him a lot more killable.
I mean, Jakiro is still one of the Complexity's most played heroes. It's very successful as well, but if it still fits instead of the Chen, what would you like to see Z-Freak play this game?
Rubik.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of good things to steal?
I think it's just good against Clockwork. It's great against Puck as well, the instant initiation. I don't know what else fits in here. I know he's played a lot of Kunkka, but having 2 melee supports that essentially fulfill the same sort of role is a little bit awkward. But what stood out to me instantly was Rubik. The other option too is that I guess they banned Viper, so the ability to just third pick Viper and then have the counter-picked matchup isn't as strong. Things are a bit more complicated as a result.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we see them taking a lot more time compared to previous game about what they want.
Viper's just one of those perfect mid-heroes to pick when you don't know what your opponent's going to be, since there is some like rougher matchups like the Razor type things, but even though like that's just a hero that isn't that strong in the current metagame anyway, so your opponents are picking a hero that isn't that scary.
You could take DK or DP, just something really safe. We've seen DK pretty much not lose any of these matchups in general. I don't know why, but like DK never seems to lose matchups anymore.
More dragons! Can't have the flying bat or Viper. We'll go for another flying lady. But this hero as having some mixed results in the past. What do you think of it right now? Because it did get some buffs, I want to say. Did it?
It's versatile. You can run it offlane as well. That was the Ice special.
But this is the NA Winter Wyvern.
Everyone started doing it in NA. Like Forev and all the offlaners started playing it as soon as they saw that.
Do you think it's actually viable in the offlane, or you? That's all.
It's like the most recent person I ran into in pub duo was probably Universe, and it's annoying just because the ice block isn't purgeable. You can't do anything about it. This hero outspams very well from an flame position. It's very hard to kill him.
Is Winter Wyvern not fairly good against the Faceless Void? You can instantly ice block someone in the Chronosphere. Why would they still pick it?
China loves this combo.
The Phoenix Void?
Phoenix Void.
Yeah.
We've got some decent magic down. Like the Sunray, the Puck can at least dump some damage in the Chrono to not purely rely on the right clicks.
Okay, so for Complexity, they've left things a little bit open, but I'd imagine that they just need a mid and Newbee, once again, second pick. We see that pretty much every game that they play. Second pick.
If you would have seen Complexity's draft a couple years back, that would be the weirdest thing ever.
It would be like, you're like, what happened?
Before anyone knew about playing Visage as a core, you'd be like, okay, they've got
Visage as a core.
Visage, Wyvern support
Sanking as a core potentially.
Yeah. Sanking
Wyvern as a core. What?
Wyvern as an offlane.
Yeah, they don't have a mid, they don't have a carry, is what you'd be saying about coL's draft.
It's like 2 flying people surrounded by 2 buff dudes.
Yep. The ultimate quartet.
It's gonna really, it's gonna mess with my OCD if they like choose a hero that just like completely throws this off.
What doesn't throw it off?
I don't. If they pick like Dragon Knight, I'd be okay with this.
Okay. The tanky dude and the dragon in one.
Exactly.
Yeah, that fits.
Then you have like the perfect. He's like a hybrid mix.
Yeah. He's the one that helps communicate between the two PCs. I know that doesn't fit in the lore. Please don't get mad at me. Thank you. All right, we're looking for the last picks.
Yeah.
So what would fit? Dragon Knight would fit. I mean, you mentioned him as obviously a flying tanky hero, but...
You need that building hitter, I think, if you're coL a bit. Like, the Visage Birds can, but it's not, like, really enough. That's where last game they had the Viper who just kind of sits there right-clicking away. The Dragon Knight is that building hitter, perhaps, if they want to run it. Otherwise, not too sure.
They did ban the Ember, by the way, which I don't find too surprising.
And the Sniper that you mentioned presses the CO, so...
It is the DP.
DP.
Are you okay with this?
I said DK or DP.
Yeah, no, I mean, like...
With this, I think DP, the reason why I said DP is I think you just pick a hero that will neutralize mid. That doesn't really lose any matchups because we've seen in the past that Newbee is such a team that relies on SECC to just have that perfect matchup. If you're going to last pick your hero almost every game, you're pretty much sending out the signal like, hey, this is our true one position. This is the guy that we're going to prioritize to have the best possible game.
And with the Death Prophet, that's already not possible anymore.
Yeah.
Almost.
You could take something like Lina for Newbee. You need something. I think you need something range that doesn't really struggle against that.
Yeah, that's why they ran out Sniper already.
Yeah.
Other than Lina, are there any other heroes that come to mind that would fit well for Newbee?
If you're feeling really risky, you can go for the Storm. If you're
There's a lot of lockdown though.
kind of, but
There's a silence.
once you get BKB, you're king of the game.
But you have to get there first, or would you build BKB before anything else, before Bloodstone?
You go Bloodstone, Orchid, BKB, almost certainly.
Takes a while though. They go for Pugna instead.
Oh. I'd say a bit less risky. Gives them some building hit which they were missing, like Void Puck. You're not going to be actually taking objectives. So.
Great against Sand King initiations. The ward is anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know how the matchup is mid?
That's a question for you, Will.
Well, you think about that. Which draft do you like?
I'm sticking with coL. I think they've
Alright.
come in with a pretty good plan, and I'm going to go with them for the 2-0.
What do you think, Will? How's the matchup? You thought about it for a second? I really didn't give you too much time.
I think coL's going to win again. I feel like there's just too many ways for them to start the fight, and I think they're kind of feeling it. I think they've actually sort of stumped Newbee a little bit.
A little bit, but are they going to do it in game number 2? That is the question that is going to be answered in a few short moments. It is over to Lyrical and Winter for game number 2.
Thank you very much, Shiva and the panel, and hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as well as Winter. How you doing, my man? We saw a little bit of a short one in game number 1, and Complexity just kind of put their foot on the throat of Newbee. It was rough.
Game 3. Game 3.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it that you really like about this Newbee draft? Because the panel, they were talking about it. They feel like they got this momentum. They feel like they have sort of similar-ish type of heroes. What do you see in a Newbee's draft that you like?
I'm just looking at the heroes and not considering anything else. I like their lineup more this time, and KP is on a much more comfortable hero. I think in the last game, he seemed like he's really uncomfortable with Monkey King, quite inexperienced with the hero. He doesn't know how much he can do in the game, making a few really bad plays. So I have more faith in them this game, you know.
Maybe we shouldn't take Monkey King offlane anymore. It's had a couple of rough goes. It's been a little bit tough for multiple teams.
It's quite difficult to run though. The hero offlane is there's a lot of like small technical things that you need to understand about the hero to play the hero well. Yeah. Well, he's not in this game, so let's just not talk about Monkey King anymore and go game 3 hopefully. So
oh man, you're hyped. You're excited. You can't wait. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling the excitement.
You know, Dota is a fun game, so no one likes to wait. We just like to play and go game.
That's true. I've been wanting to play a little bit more Dota, but haven't been able to as much. Oh, and Mugi, he's got the taunt. He's ready to go as well. Kyle got down a couple of wards there, and he's going to sort of pretend like he didn't have one as Kaka moves forward. Doesn't have any sentries on him anyways, so we'll be fine and dandy. As Complexity all grouped together. You know, occasionally we've seen like DP versus the, not in the lane, but Void matchup. It's kind of an awkward one, right? Because you can soak up a lot of the exorcism damage inside of the Chronosphere even and like time walk to keep yourself alive. What do you think about that like little dynamic there? Because there's a lot of team fight on both teams.
Focus her first with the Pugna Life Drain and the Sunray. They have a lot of damage in the Chrono, I would say. Even the Pug, you can do like your Orb Silence combo. So I think they have enough of like damage to Chrono and kill the DP, even if DP has a ultimate up, despite having the Wyvern on the team, because they're all like mostly magic. So the Embrace doesn't really help against that, apart from the Void right clicks. Ah, haha. You can't hit him. But everyone else is like, I don't give a shit. I'm sucking your life. I'm burning you with the Sunray. Yeah. Everything is magic.
It's pretty great, no, for sure. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention the fact that it is Kaka playing Phoenix. This was one of the heroes that I felt like he was just most well known for when he rose to prominence a little while ago.
His best hero, I think.
Yeah.
This is his best hero with, I think, Earth Spirit. This two, Earth Spirit and Phoenix.
Yeah, he's quite good in that regard. And KP going to throw out an orb, try and steal that one away, but...
So 2 apiece?
Not quite there in time.
Yeah, 2 apiece. Even Steven start right now. Both teams securing the runes.
Look at this. Moo and Z-Freak actually going to be heading in for a level 1 gank again. They have been throwing so much hate onto SC.
Well, it's a Pugna. Easy kill if you get him.
They don't expect Sand King to be here by any expect, but Faith is actually going to walk over. Will break the smoke, and I don't even know. Maybe they can still make this happen, though. The slow is coming out, but SC heads off towards the other side and still dealing a good bit of damage. He gets the decrep, and that's going to be enough. In fact, with the fissure coming through, they almost able to bring him down, but not quite. Faith also going to be a liver here.
Oh, big victory for Newbee there. 2-man against 4, not losing anyone. They broke the smoke. MVP support player Faith there.
Look at SC. He's not afraid. He's still standing here. Like,
they can't kill him.
Okay.
The DP has no charges on the Siphon. And yeah, they have to go back to bottom lane. So this is a big blow for coL here.
My goodness. Well, that early rotation does not pay dividends, and that means that Mugi has himself a lane fairly free early on. Sand King in the off lane, a little bit of a throwback there. What was it about this hero that kind of made him go away? Do you think it's a good pick in this one?
He's okay because it's a melee coL. Like, he's against a Void. And if they don't have a let's check if there's sentries. If you don't have, you're not up against sentry, you can use Sandstorm to level in the lane. But they do have one on Kaka.
Good decision to bring
I think offlane Sand King is like really situational. Like, they might get a kill here.
Burrow, yeah, good amount of damage on the Kaka. He will be able to Icarus dive away, and now Mugi trying to chase. Maybe going to be able to find. Mu here needs one more touch and eats his way through the tree, but slowed down just a little bit. They're not able to find that kill.
Yep,
They're just going to bash
Sand
Z-Freak.
King just faster than the Void, having more base movements, but here able to run away from the Void's last right click. But laning wise, looking at the CS, DP and Pugna even. Pug, Void, Visage, all pretty much the same. But I think overall, Newbee has more fun because the Sand King, the offlane Sand King has not gotten much on the lane due to the level 1 smoke.
Oh, mid lane. Limp has been able to get caught for the moment. Maybe going to be able to find this. SC, he's not going to be fully blocked off, though. Kyle's still chasing. They have a good amount of damage. The battery assault onto the DP, and, well, with Z-Freak showing up, maybe they can share enough of this damage. He's going to be able to get out and maybe even find the return kill. Face slowed down as well. Get the enchant totem and pushback. Is it going to be enough? Almost. Can they get the kill? Limp. Oh, my God. He did the math.
Did the math indeed.
Oh, Sunray trying to get him. Duke Jive. Can they get out of there? He's almost going to be able to kill him. Kaka finishes him off somehow, some way. Newbies show up to help out their buddies.
Maybe not all the math.
Yeah, that was, I think, a TP to the shrine, maybe, and then an Icarus dive, and then Sunray?
Yeah, he used his dive.
Damn.
No, he didn't TP. He was just around the neighborhood.
Okay.
He was just like, yeah, he was just there. Like, pretty much, most of the teams, they move around the mid laners a lot. Even if you're not pulling, you're not doing anything as a support, you usually stay around the mid lane because that's how the meta is right now. There's so much action happening in the mid lane, so much focus. Well, and so this game, coL's early game rotation, not as good as the previous game, hasn't gotten too many kills for his team.
Speaking of early game rotations, Chessie found again, and, well, very little ability to stay alive here. Maybe with the Grave Chill, no. That last touch from KP finishes it off.
In the meantime, they got the Sand King bottom. Sand King is going to have a very bad game though. His dagger is going to be really slow this game. This is going to be really worrisome for them.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you lose both
like
top and bottom
Last
laner.
game, he was like, Moon was the main guy with his Bad Rider with his quick dagger and drums, running around. I mean, it wasn't a quick dagger because he went drums first. He was making a lot of plays with his dagger and drums later.
So I've got to ask, is that just because of that failed gank and him staying out of lane through that level 1 engagement?
Yeah, that has to affect him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But overall, still, like, he hasn't really gotten too much support from his team as well. Like right now, Z-Freak is running around the bottom lane, but Sand King is already having like a really tough time.
This Visage up in the top lane, I think he had the Orb of Venom on him also, so the combo of that and the Grave Chill is like pretty frustrating to play against, constantly just getting a good amount of damage onto the puck.
I tell you, Venom with all Venom is more annoying than this.
Interesting little fun fact. Complexity, they've played around 56 games. They've banned Venomancer 49 times, or 45 times.
Okay, so they are Venomancer hater.
They are. They don't like that hero. But in the meantime, it's SC getting a much better start for himself. You look at the CS across the board, and it feels like Newbee is just doing quite well. Sand King has been able to catch up a good amount. Moog getting this pull off here as well.
Yep.
So things are looking a little bit better there.
He was able to get levels It's level 4 now, and Wyvern, Zifric came down and helped him get a pull off. So things are getting a lot better right now. Gets a stun onto the Void. But Moo here might be in trouble in the bot lane.
Yeah, a good amount of damage out there, and oh, they find the kill.
The Sun Ray, man.
That's a tough one.
Feel the burn. You tried to kill my carry.
Is he maxing it right now?
I guess so. I think that's how he likes to play it, and especially with Void. I like maxing Sunray when I'm with Void as a Phoenix. If I'm not with a Void, maybe I consider maxing my spirits, my fire spirits.
Right.
I guess I think most likely the Sunray because you have a Void. Like you're gonna play around the Chronosphere a lot.
I guess the other thing is that the complexity heroes aren't really about right-click that much, which is one of the main reasons that you get spirits anyways.
They do have a lot of ways to stop the Sunray though.
Yeah.
Oh, mid lane, Limp, getting caught.
Now they bring in
Another
Kaka yet
Sunray.
again, the maximum man. He's there again, and coL trying to just, I guess, show up, but he can't really do anything
Man,
to
this
stop
Phoenix
this.
is just everywhere.
Yeah, we were hyping it up.
Oh!
Oh, great play there, interrupting the Icarus dive, and Kaka will pay for it eventually. But still, Kaka has made so much happen on this hero.
Yeah, he was like the Earthshaker the last game, like coL's Earthshaker the last game. Wherever he goes, he gets a kill. So this time Newbee have the early game going for them. So even KP is like, KP is even having such a great time at top as well. Like all their lanes are going well.
Burrow strike through, trying to get out of there. He's taking a good bit of damage. Kaka may
cooldown.
be in some trouble himself. He is not going to be able to get out of here, I don't believe. Splinter Blast, is it enough? Kyle's diving deep for this one. They find the kill in the end. Top lane, though, KP gets one in return. Chessie fallen also.
Both teams just doing a lot at pressuring the opponent's safe lane. But I think at the end, I think Newbee is going to be much more happier with the trade because they're going to be able to pressure the tower here with the siege creep and SCC being on top as well. This tower is going to go down.
Oh, Chessie's showing up.
They have two heroes here right now. They want to hold this tower.
They got level 6 on him as well, so birds are flying.
Yeah, that's really important for them to hold this tower. They're still going to force the issue here.
Splinter Blast is available as well from the Winter Wyvern, but so much damage out, and, well, that's going to be curtains for the tower.
That's really, really big for Newbee. So right now they got the tower and they have Chrono up. So let's see if they can actually use the Chrono to get a kill into a tower or just get a big kill somewhere. Levels, Clockwork's level 4, Phoenix level 4. Both of them are almost level 5.
Oh, stun Dream Coil? KP just gets out. Very little mana there left as well, but he does ensure his escape. I guess the thing that I'm sort of keeping my eyes on is like when those level 6 come online, it does feel like Newbee
Chrono?
has
so much more team fight. The Chrono, they're thinking about it. Maybe they can get it if they get a bash. They're slowed down. They don't even need it.
Yeah,
I think Moo's just gone.
That's a very good kill for the Void. He needed to elevate some of the pressure. Like Sanking has been pressuring him in the lane. Like I said, the melee against melee matchup, a bit troublesome for the Void. And Kaka, again, another rotation, another kill.
It's kind of weird to see like the initiation start with a Sunray.
I mean, whatever works, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if it happens. But yeah, complexity certainly not having the start that they want to this game. What's sort of the answer for them in this? Like, do you need to wait until Exorcism is up before you start grouping together?
Yeah, ultis. They are basically a team fight lineup as well. Echo Slam, Epicenter. Like they could start off with a curse from the Wyvern, setting everything up. I mean, same goes for Newbee. Newbee is also a team fight lineup, so it would be very important who gets the jump. And
Chronosphere
Void gets the jump here.
Oh, the fissure is going to be there, but there was no way that Wyvern was living through that. Maybe they can find a turnaround, though. The silence is there as well. No chance for a time walk away. Complexity, find something in return.
So they pop the Exorcism. Let's see if they can actually use this to pressure the tower. They have Glyph up, though, so they are going to be able to stall some time.
Another Dream Coil used, and Chessie's just going to have to hold off.
Yeah,
But
he's fine. Let's see if they can actually hold this tower and try to get a trade somewhere else. The Void's up in 4 seconds. He's going to be able to TP down to hold this tower, yeah. Alright, this is actually okay for Newbee. Yeah, they lost the Void, but the more important thing I think is the tower. Holding the tower is more important. So now Exorcism is down. Maybe they can actually do something else where Kaka is like 1 CSY, 1 creep away from level 6. This is like go time for them, and you compare it to the supports on coL, Zifric is almost level 5. The Shaker is like level 5 and like half. So they are definitely behind in terms of levels.
Well, and the other thing too, you mentioned that ability to start a team fight with the Winner's Curse, but Wyvern's only level 4, so they don't even have initiation to get in any type of defense.
I guess Fissure is like the only way right now.
Yeah. Z-Freak Invis here next to Faith and SC. If they could find a turnaround here, this would be tremendous. And they're actually going to bring in the Sand King as well, trying to slow him down. They're focusing right now onto SC. Slowed up again. Burrow there. They find the kill. Can they get any more? Faith, he's up on the high ground, but they're actually blocked off from their own fissure, and they're going to call off the chase there.
Yep, that was a very, very good target there by coL, getting the important Pugna, the main hero to push with for Newbee right now. So big kill there, getting the Pugna. And
Faith has level 6.
can he kill? Yeah, he should be able to kill this guy.
He was showing a little hook there at Z-Freak and then thinks better of it. The birds are chasing now. Meanwhile, Moogie pushing the bottom lane. Stun is going to connect onto one. Moo is here as well for the follow-up and another kill as Clockwork got 6. That's not the way they wanted to go. Kyle getting chased by Moogie. There's no rotations in from the rest of Complexity to help. And
he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. There's no way he dies here.
Moogie is thinking about it. He has Chrono back up in 5.
He has stick. He has like 13 stick charges. He's not gonna die. Like even if you Chrono for that kill, it's like I'm a support. I'm like whatever, you kill me. Like, yeah, I'll just die. I'll just let you die. You're not getting a tower. You're not getting an objective. You're not getting an important something important done. You're just killing a support. A position 5 Earthshaker.
Well, they are bringing 4 heroes now bottom with this smoke rotation. Actually, it looks like they're sort of heading over behind the Ancients.
Yep, they want to use the Supernova to get a tower here.
Okay.
Now if they pop the Chrono and kill him and get the tower, it will be okay. But they are going to want to save the Chrono if they can, use the hook shot.
Kyle. Oh, hook a little bit off the mark. Can he juke away from it? The Echo Slam, the turnaround, trying to get away. He's able to do it. Heads up back with the creeps. They find a turnaround. Kyle gets away on, not quite nothing. He does eventually fall, but it looked pretty for a moment there.
Yep, the Clockwork actually made a really careless mistake there with the hook, but they still got the kill, but they have to use the Supernova and the clock had to go down. But more importantly, they saved the Chronosphere, which could be used to defend the tower here maybe. So
they did use Supernova though.
But they still have Chrono, so maybe they will be able to hold. Like right now, a Chrono with Sunray is still pretty deadly.
Okay.
They don't need the Supernova. See, look at the TPs. So Kaka's already TPing behind. I guess the Void will TP in front, try to land a Chrono on 2, and the Sunray are going to be burning through all of them if they can. Land a 2-man Sunray.
How close is Moo to his Blink Dagger also?
He's not going Blink though, he's going like drums.
Okay.
This guy is a fan of drums, you know.
Maybe they just go there for the all Aura strat again. Maybe we're going to see DP go Helm of the Dominator, who knows?
Yeah. Never, I don't know, man. He has a different helm, you know, he has the Veil, which makes more sense.
Ah, fair enough.
So Moogie TP'd into the middle lane, they hold the tower. Let's see if they can transition this into a push. But Limp is going to be able to maybe try to get a trade-off. He has his ultimate up on the Death Prophet. And Z-Freak is farming away, so he's going to be the carry, it seems, this game. He has Phase Boots on a support Wyvern.
He's going for it.
You know what's going to happen next, you know?
Talk to me. Was it Bloodstone and then Ags?
The carry build I know is like the Midas Maelstrom.
Midas Maelstrom?
Pike, yeah. Hurricane Pike, then go for damage item later, depending on what you need.
Oh.
That's the ice build on the offlane.
Okay. Ooh, hookshot. They found themselves an Earthshaker, but have they bitten off more than they can chew as...
coL, you're not getting away this time.
Oh, Chrono down as well. Ooh, a little bit of an awkward spot there as well. They do lose Kaka, but in the meantime, Echo... Oh, they've already used the Epi. Able to phase shift. Not enough, though.
Oh my god, what a play there by Lim. He was actually able to get the silence off after the Chrono on the puck. Otherwise, the puck would have actually silenced. He was waiting for the Chrono to end to silence the Sand King so they could kill the Sand King. But DP got his silence off first, right at the nick of time.
Well played. Moo almost able to get there, and another silence comes in from Limp. They're chasing that Moogie Faceless Void, but won't be able to get him.
They hold the tower again, you know. That's actually still okay for Newbee. They're not losing the towers against... Like every time DP pops the ultimate and you're not losing towers, you gotta be happy about that.
Absolutely. All of them still standing, and they took down 2 of their own. So net worth-wise, you can see that Newbee's still a little bit in the lead, about a 3,000 gold lead at this point.
But we still haven't seen the Chrono with the egg combo, you know. We've only seen like a Chronosphere here, egg the other side. We haven't seen it used together. the full-scale team fight has not been, you know, used.
Oh, Faith again.
Oh, the life drain!
Oh, he's actually going to keep him? No, that would have been sick. SC trying to be a helper for his teammates. And, well, meanwhile, Kaka chasing after coL. They're going to end up being able to TP away. And that was a TP used top by the puck as well. And that means they can't get down bottom to defend.
They're going to lose 2 towers, I think. This is bad for Newbee. All of a sudden, they got outmaneuvered by coL. They're losing. They lost the Clockwork bottom. They TP'd the Pugna bottom, so Pugna couldn't hold mid. Mid is going to go down. And they're going to get the bottom tower for free. So I was like, oh, coL's not getting towers. 1 minute later, 2 towers down.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Just, you know, good movement there, forcing TP rotations, coL, and then also, like you said, making sure that they get this one down bottom. Now the question is, what did Complexity go for in the next couple of minutes? Because you do have this scary moment still, like Newbee getting the Blink Dagger there on the puck. Oh man, Navi just walked into the room, everybody, watch out. Getting hyped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, how scary is that Blink Dagger going to be as they found themselves the DP top? Silence there as well. Limp still trying to survive through this. They dropped the Sun as well. Limp trying to run away, but he is eventually going to be brought down. Did use Supernova for that, though.
Yep. I mean, they had to, I think. There's not much. There's no other way to kill the DP there. They had to pop the ultimate. So it's a big kill for them. Let's see if they can pressure the tower here with the Pugna. Can they get it?
Good amount of damage. The ward down as well. Z-Freak can keep the Splinter Blast going, though.
They're low on mana. Like, SCC doesn't have mana. So can't really pressure.
No.
So item-wise, Void is really close to his Lincoln Sphere. I guess it's pretty good here. It stops the Sanking Stun, the Curse. There's a lot of really good spells that he might block. Grave Chill, Soul Assumption.
Oh. Oh, KP again, just sort of scouting out this area, and looks like him and Moogie are kind of standing hand in hand as they keep Moogie's farm up. It's slowed down a little bit again. Do you feel like there's one team that kind of needs to keep the pressure up at all? Again, it's Complexity without a traditional carry.
But they have a Wyvern, though. Wyvern's really strong. If you build the hero with items, he's really strong later. So I'm not entirely sure who's stronger late game. He's going. Wait, what is he buying? He's buying a helm.
Oh, Burrow almost there.
So the Wyvern is going for a helm.
Okay, that's different.
So every game they're gonna buy a helm on someone. Is that the strat for coL?
I mean, maybe that explains the drums again there for the Sand King.
Yeah, they have drums,
part of
they
the
have
reason.
helm. They're really strong as a unit. And it gives him attack speed, really useful for the Wyvern, the carry Wyvern, if he's gonna build damage items.
Oh.
Let's see, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a different style for sure, and this is what Complexity's been able to do. Echo Slam was used down bottom there, it looks like, or at least the fissure, and now Moogie in trouble, going to be caught and going to be killed. Was that an echo by coL?
Yeah, he got the pot.
Okay. Didn't quite catch that one there on stream, but nonetheless, tier 1 tower in the top lane going to be taken down.
Big move here by coL. Stepping up the pace of the game, getting a tower, and 2 big kills on the 2 cores, the Puck and the Void. So that's going to be a huge boost in income for their incoming carry Wyvern.
Oh, hey. It's ready to go.
And this game seems more likely that coL has a decent timing on the dagger.
Yeah.
Last game he was like, Chen, you buy your eggs, I'm just buying all the wards and everything. I'll take care of everything.
The thing that's really interesting to me about this, too, is you talk about that big aura strat. I thought that it was sort of a function of the Chen, but they're showing now that it's just, that's the way they want to play in general. Yeah. Stay together, take the fights constantly.
It's good, you know. I might not like it a lot, but it's important that you have a system on the team, you know.
Right.
Oh, can I get this guy?
Moo?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, what? The bird stuns? He's still staying alive. Moo can't even maybe deny himself to Roche or TP out. No, he's dead. But they did commit a lot for that kill.
And coL missed the hook again, you know. That might have actually created an extra kill because the Visage actually he already used the 4 staff on the Sand King.
Right.
So he didn't have 4 staff to get out if he got caught in the hook. Yep, that would have been a big kill for Newbee if they were able to land the hook and kill chassis. So right now, things going back to more of like a lane push out mode. Everyone's trying to get the lanes controlled. Maybe find a good time to smoke.
Now, Veil is coming out there as well. It's completed for SC. And the smoke up now from Complexity.
Oh my god, this could be big for them.
God, if they blow him up right now. He just used Time Walk as well. They also see the Courier there, and Limp Silence is down, and well, we'll see if they can get it. There's the stun, there's the kill. That is another huge one for Complexity.
Can they get something big after this? Can I get a Roche or Tower? But it's still like a really big kill. They got the carry, and they were able to use the smoke to place wards as well. So I guess it's good enough, even if they can't get objectives. Big kill and vision, it's good enough. Top lane, Newbee seem like they're gonna try to set up for something, but KP is really low on mana.
Yeah, it seems so hard to make anything really happen. Like, still Sunray there as well. It looks like they're maybe gonna try now Complexity to see if they can find Kaka. Chessie is making his way over as well, but the gank squad is coming in. They don't quite connect there with the fissure, but with the haste run on Limp, they might be able to find him. Kaka's down to their south.
Space created, boys.
Well done.
Well, right now, like, Newbee again, like, the last couple of minutes, they gave up a few, like, really key pickoffs, and the game suddenly doesn't feel as comfortable as before for them. They were in a really good spot, like, say, what, 5 minutes ago? Yeah. 4 minutes ago? But right now, it's like, it's way more competitive, and the Void has fallen behind by a huge margin after their 2 deaths.
I mean, he's almost behind the Wyvern. That is not the way you want things to be going.
Wait. Okay, you're actually serious. Wait, what?
Yeah, man, that's a pretty small narrow margin there.
Oh my god, this Wyvern is actually so fat.
Did I just blow your mind?
But he's not he's not going. No, Z-Freak blows my mind.
Yeah.
He's not going for the carry. He's like going for dagger next. He's not going for carry items. Interesting. So he just wants to be the setup for his team.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it before, that if they do get that setup, that puts them in such a better position. And they did get a scan now, so Radiant realizing that Z-Freak is over there. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him, though, as he is just heading out and away.
Sand King has his dagger now, finally. He had a rough game, but right now has his dagger, so their team fight just got a lot stronger.
Z-Freak Soul Ring, wards are down. Again, Splinter Blast from far away. It is so hard to push out lanes against Wyvern when you get these levels on him, and mana regen as well with the Soul Ring. Just constantly spamming.
Yeah, it's very hard to catch him when he uses his burn and he tries to hide and juke around the trees. And if you don't have like the puck around to scout him in the trees, it's generally very difficult to catch him out. So and you don't see him on the map, so you are not always sure that whether he's still there.
It feels like Complexity are just so aware of what's happening around the map right now. Like, all of those heroes, they leave the bottom lane and now are heading up towards the north side. I'm not sure if they were spotted in a ward or what exactly is going on, but Newbee are not looking like they're going to be able to find anybody yet. Now Chessie, again, going to run away. Kaka TP's out. They're going to head up towards the top lane and seeing if they can find a kill over there. Sand King seeing if they can bring him down. Puck in trouble and is going to drop. Another kill going the way of Complexity. Newbee just haven't looked like themselves this game. They're thrown off kilter. They're doing a great job on Complexity.
They're not playing very well as a team, but they might get the pick off here still.
Oh,
coL has a dagger.
Blink, he's gone. And Kyle, Echo, is he going to be able to do anything else to follow this? They dropped the Supernova down already. He is going to die, but the rest of Complexity has run away.
Yeah, that was his team was a bit too far away though. I think if his team was a bit nearer, that play would have been okay. But no one was there to follow up, and he got stunned by the birds.
TP out and away. They drop the Chronosphere for the Wyvern in the bottom lane as well. So, again, Newbee expending big ultimates, but finding kills for them.
This is gonna help them get back on track, especially the Void. Void caught up a little bit, not as near as the Wyvern now.
Yeah.
Wyvern is 6k and he's 8k.
I guess the big also hero to be concerned about if your Complexity is this Pugna up at 10,000 net worth, had that Veil completed, bot's now done as well, so he's going to be all over the map and able to show up to help assist in those ganks also.
Yeah, and once he gets the Aghanims, that's like, in my opinion, like the strongest period of the Pugna. When he gets his Aghs and Aether lands, he deals so much damage in fights. So with the Chronosphere down, maybe coL is thinking about getting a Roche right now. They have DP ultimate, so they might be able to secure this.
Well, this is a Roche area that they're all grouped up by.
It's still quite dangerous though. Like KP, you know, his puck has been stealing ages like last week, 3 times in one game.
Burrow strike only onto 1, but is it enough? Dream Coil down onto 2. Can they find any follow? The stun is going to be there onto Faith. Tries to hook shot away. Nothing there to catch onto, but coL also going to blink away from them now. Nobody dead. Not that much expended. But even harder now to actually find any type of opening. Ewell Scepter lift up, limp, Force Staffed away, still fine.
That's alright for Newbee. They are just buying time for the Chrono to come back online. So 30 seconds more, 25 now. So you're gonna have their Chronosphere, Supernova, their full skill team fight will be on.
It looks like Complexity are just saying enough of that. We don't want to try and take this fight anymore.
Yep. Let's see who has smoke right now. I think no smoke on Newbee. I don't think there's any more smoke on coL as well. Oh, coL have 1 more smoke. This smoke might actually be able to determine who gets the Roche.
So the interesting thing here to me is that it feels like Kaka has been able to accomplish more around the map with the same net worth that Z-Freak has. Like, Z-Freak's gotten a lot, but he hasn't really been involved in the fights to the same extent that Kaka is. When the Wyverns start showing up, how does that change the complexion of this game? Or do you think that he's always just going to sort of be there in that aura?
I mean, obviously, if he gets like a big curse onto like 3-4 heroes, it's going to change the game. Like, that's going to be certain for sure if he gets a big curse. But right now, like you're seeing Kaka doing more work because he has like a lot more setup, right? In the past, like what, 15, 20 minutes from the clockwork and the void. But Wyvern has been like doing a lot more push out. So they use this last smoke they have right now. See if they can get a crucial kill. They might be able to get Roche here.
Kaka backing out. coL, they immediately dropped the egg.
That was actually okay. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good for coL. So egg is down.
Oh, the turnaround. It only caught the Dream Coil onto coL. That's 2 ultis down. Can they find any more? That's Jesse able to run away from them as well. Faith is in trouble. Gets the hook shot out, but not actually able to escape. He dies. And with the Exorcism popped as well, Puck going to kill off that creep wave. Very important there. So they don't have a creep wave now to push in towards the tier 2.
So that was also okay for Newbee. DP ulti down. So they just need to wait it out, wait for Clockwork to revive and go in. They still have Chrono. Yep, that should be the plan. Chill for a bit. They get the Yules onto coL. Don't think his team can actually follow up. Yeah.
Might have seen the Helm of the Dominator creeps and then taking a couple of shots from the Mud Golem Hurl Boulders.
Yeah, the opposing offlaner has a Helm. I get a Midas as my team's position 4. I steal his creep. Sounds good. Free goal. Yep. So let's see if Newbee can capitalize on this DP ultimate being down. They still have everything else though. The Earthshaker ulti, the Sand King ulti, the Curse.
As has happened many times, it feels like Roche fights have always been the big determining factor of how these games go. And
Vision and like who gets the initiation. Vision and initiation. This is going to be really important around the Roche.
oh, Z-Freak.
Okay, they got him.
Yeah, he's taking a ton of damage. And, well, that's also going to be a Chrono down. So losing 2 here for the price of basically nothing. Although the Chronosphere is down.
They should be able to get this tower at the very least.
I mean, one of the things, and people were talking about it before it being a nerf, the pure damage change from Sunray, but it actually works pretty well now with the Veil already there for the Pugna. It's just so much damage.
Yeah, in some ways it is better. But right now they're going to flank him from behind. Even without the Chronosphere, they still want to fight. coL has only 3 heroes here.
This is really rough. Chessie is going to be found. They have the egg back up again. They use that. There's the Force Staff away, but to no avail. They still find that kill. 3 dead in under a minute for Complexity, and really struggling to find any type of footing to take objectives in this game or get into a position to fight around Roche.
Yep, Newbee is just stepping up their game. They had a really rough 5 minutes around the 20-minute mark. Like they were a bit scrappy, a bit loose with their plays, but right now they're getting everything back together. They are using their spells to get key kills left and right and getting objectives. This is what they want.
Do have a BKB completed on the DP.
Okay, the Phoenix has Shivas. All right.
He's got some gold in him.
Got
Fire and
gold.
ice.
He got some gold. He's got more than some, you know?
That's true.
Gem, Shiva. So What do you get next? I guess he has a lot of options between what he wants, what he can get next. Like sometimes I think you see like dagger. Some Phoenix players like to get dagger to get even like better positioning.
Go like dagger ags or something.
Yeah,
you can
dagger
save
axe
people.
to save, or you can go like I think I've seen the other build I've seen is like refresher, dagger refresher.
Dodges the hook shot. Now backs out. Maybe an opportunity here. Kaka slowing down Moo. They're a little bit spread out for the moment. Could be a bit of a scary initiation for Newbee since two are down here to the south.
Yeah.
They take out the ward
Who
as
is
well.
going to get the jump? Mugi has his chrono back up. So this should be go time for Newbee.
Oh, coL, you can't group together right here. This is so scary, but they are still splitting up Newbee as well. So if they can maybe take apart half of the Newbee lineup, they can make it work, but it's a really hard fight to take.
coL has to like maybe go in first, give his team vision or the puck, and that's going to allow the Void to get a really good chrono. Someone has to make a sacrificial play.
Moving in here now, KP, he's going to scout out the Earthshaker in just a second. God, coL is going to back out now. Probably a wise decision. You don't want to get caught there underneath the tower.
And the creeps are also pushing very near towards coL's lane, so they probably have to deal with that soon before they try to force the Roshan again. Let's see, any big items coming up for them? Okay, the axe on Chessie. He's 600 short of it.
Okay.
That's going to be huge. DP has his BKB, nothing else coming up.
Faith. They have an opening here. There's the
Okay.
Eul Scepter lift up. There's a creep wave in the way, actually, so they can't go for the hook shot. A little fortuitous there for the DP.
Tense moments here. The next fight is going to decide who's going to be in control of the game.
God, look at this Earthshaker up here as well. He's over on the high ground, just waiting for an opening.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get scouted out by the Rocket Flare. He doesn't have force stuff. If he gets caught by Faith, he's dead.
Well, they're keeping that ward alive. They pop the BKB, turning to fight it. Then they kill
the
it off
egg.
in time. It's a lot of damage. Echo Slam there onto the backline. Can they kill KP? They will be able to. The Fissure comes out as well. They're going to be able to block off the rest of Mugi and trying to kill off the Earthshaker, but it came at the cost of the puck.
Oh,
The big Chronosphere, but it's not enough. There's no follow-up at all. Moo is able to jump in and keep the rest of Newbee separated from him. Winner's Curse as well. They are just picking them apart right now. Complexi doing everything that they need to. The Burrow Strike through as well. 4 dead. Complexity played him.
Oh, that team fight was really, really poor from Newbee. They didn't really use the, like I mentioned, the Chrono and the Egg didn't go together. Kaka just started the fight with the Egg. And the Void didn't really seem like he wanted to go in. At that point, he was waiting and waiting. And he in the end, he tried to Chrono the DP, but he missed the Chrono on the DP.
Yeah. It just did feel like it kind of all fell apart right there for him. And you know, a combination of good and bad plays from one side and then the other. Man, taking a look at that hook shot, it was so close to being able to separate it and keep KP alive also.
Yep. KP did nothing, absolutely nothing that fight.
Yeah. So going forward now, you said that this next fight was going to determine who's in control.
Yep.
How much can they take now, Complexity, around the map?
They have to wait for the next DP ulti to come up. Maybe they can then take a tower. I guess they can use the Aegis to take at least bare minimum to 2 outer towers. High ground is still another story. Going high ground against the Phoenix Void combo is going to be a lot more difficult. I don't think we talk about the Shadow Blade on the Wyvern, you know. So he didn't go for he didn't go for the dagger, so he went for a more carry-ish build with the Shadow Blade. And he's going for Aghanims next. That's gonna be a first for me.
Oh, Moo. Poor Staff
No
trying
TP.
to get out of there. He Burrow Strikes. Can
Yes,
he
no
juke?
TP.
Can he drive? No, there's no way out. They do have the rest of these heroes here. coL, Invis. But
The egg was...
what?
Uh,
Question mark?
okay. I guess he was worried that Earthshaker might... Because he didn't see Earthshaker on the map.
Okay.
So, and I think they saw... Because there's a ward here. They saw the Earthshaker pick up the Invis rune, so he thinks that the Earthshaker was nearby.
Okay, and he was low and
he
doesn't
would-
want to get
yeah,
picked
he
off.
would have died to Echo Slam.
All right.
Yeah. Makes sense, actually.
one of those things that maybe looks a little funny, but in retrospect makes sense.
It's just next level. He's thinking on what might happen. Yeah, if the Earthshaker dropped the Echo there after the egg, that would have been impressive.
And he has the gem too.
Yeah.
Like that would have, losing the gem there could have been really bad. So the new paradigm, Newbee still up by 5,000 net worth in spite of that great team fight win by Complexity, but really it's that Aegis that's the big determining factor, as Puck is going to finish up a Lincoln Sphere for himself as well.
Yep, this Phoenix is going to be really fat, you know. Gold, GPM Thailand plus Midas. He's going to slowly bulk up, and his itemization is going to be really, really crucial to decide how he's going to be able to contribute in the team fight. Like, he needs to contribute a lot in the fights right now.
No.
He's going for Lincoln Sphere. So
Everybody's going Lincolns. Is it just the Wyvern ulti?
and the Sanking Stun.
Okay.
And, I mean, Grave Chill, Soul Assumption. It's okay, but I'm not sure if it's going to make a lot of difference. I guess it's going to make a big difference if you actually Lincolns your teammate and they get cursed by Wyvern.
Right.
But I'm still not that sure.
I mean, Z-Freak's coming out of it from Shadow Blade though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
so
going to be really difficult.
yeah, that's going to be hard for them to hit that.
I'm kind of leaning more towards what the items I said just now, like all the either the axe, the refresher, even BKB can be okay because he's up against a lot of stun control. You don't want to get stunned by the Sand King or Shaker. Getting a BKB would be okay too.
Ooh, limp there.
Let's see how the game will go right now. Like Newbee is gonna try to split the map, push out, clear the lanes, and try to buy time for the Aegis to expire. Whereas coL will be much more keen to use the Aegis to fight right now. So yeah, sending Sand King back to the base to push out defend top, but he does not have a boost of travel. So if a fight breaks out in mid lane, they are not gonna be able to fight with the whole team. He's making his way though, but I don't know, like still like Puck's just gonna clear the creeps.
It's sort of tough, like, because like you're talking about, they have really good wave clearing complexity, but they need to get into those later boots of travel so that way they can come in afterwards. Like Wyvern, Sand King, even Earthshaker, they're all good at pushing them.
DP should also have one later. I think soon, not even like later. It's like they need to get BOT soon, like in the next few minutes.
Okay.
I think the Pugna, all these heroes are really good at like just clearing the creeps really quickly. So.
Oh, a little bit of an outplay there by Moo. Able to get the coil dropped.
They're going to TP back. They did, however, manage to place really good vision on the top side of the map for Newbee. So in the near future, if KP still wants to push out.
KP, he just blinked there. Oh, saving that silence, but yeah, it's too hard to chase down that puck. So that's going to be the TP away. In Complexity, they are forced back, but probably by the time they push this lane all the way out, there's going to be Newbee pressure down another lane fully.
Yep. Look at the map. The moment Puck was like gone on top, SCC came out bottom just to push out the lane all the way. So the lane is going to reach the tier 2 tower here really quickly.
Yeah.
And coL is going to be faced with a decision right away. Are we going to force this tier 2 with our Aegis, or we have to, because Newbee is happy to trade 1-for-1. If they trade the top tier 2 for the bottom tier 2 against the Aegis, they're fine.
Absolutely. Earthshaker's standing up there. It looks like they are going to TP the rest of them back, so maybe Earthshaker can just push out that wave very quickly and then join the rest of his team.
He's camping. He's actually anticipating that the Pugna might be still here, so he's maybe going to place a ward somewhere around the area.
Okay.
And he's going to wait for the Pugna. He's not going to show in the lane. He should not show in the lane. Like in this game, he should be the one off the map at all times. Sand King, Wyvern, even Visage, DP, the rest is fine for them to push out the lanes, but Earthshaker should be the last person to push out lanes.
Okay. His job, just hide in the trees, wait for a pick-off potential. And it looks like he's going to go for the Glimmer Cape actually next. Sometimes we see the Shadow Blade, but more defensive again, and that's sort of been his style.
A lot of magic from the Phoenix and the Puck. So being able to help, like if one target gets decrabbed, focus on the Glimmer will be really helpful.
Maybe a battle of Bruin mid? Newbee doesn't want to take that fight.
Aegis is what, 2 minutes? 1 minute? Oh, is it out? Oh, it's already out, okay.
Yeah.
So if they want to fight, they can right now.
Oh. Kaka again using the Icarus dive with Shivas.
He saw the Sand King, right?
Yeah, he did. But he didn't see the Earthshaker, still under that Shadow Man. Although he has Gem, so he probably did.
Yeah, it's still the battle of the initiations, who gets the... Like, Newbee has not gotten like a really good initiate from the Void in team fights. He's been getting like those like pickoffs, chrono. Like 1 kill here, 1 kill there, but he hasn't gotten a really good chrono in a team fight to set up for the Phoenix egg. Or the Phoenix goes in, he drops his egg first in the middle of the team fight, and you just chrono on top of the egg.
Right. Either one of those ends up working.
They have not done it at all this game. Like, they need the clock. I think the best case scenario is the clock or the puck to go in, start the fight, create chaos. The fight happens, and the Void jumps in the middle of things, gets at least a 2-man chrono and the egg on top of it, or the Sunray.
And I mean, if that happens, it's just a completely one team fight for them.
Yeah.
So
if they can get that, obviously.
Right.
It's not going to be easy because Shaker and Sand King, they're going to be always looking for opportunities to make a first move. And they have the Wyvern ulti as well, so they have a lot of ways to turn the tides of the team fight around. So the Void has to be really, really cautious with how he initiates. He has to work with his team, basically. You can't do it alone. You need one another. You need each other.
Well, in some ways, it almost feels as if it's more on Newbee making mistakes than it is Complexity always find good goals. If they find him first, though, and the Battle of the Wards, too.
I guess that's true in a lot of ways, too. Like, if someone makes a mistake, you are pretty much screwed right now at this stage. Like, one mistake, I think the game is over for either side.
Yeah. Tension rising high here. Z-Freak going to join back up with the mid lane.
Oh, he doesn't have the jump.
Okay,
he doesn't have the jump.
He's invis, jump forward, chrono only onto the Earthshaker, and it's not nearly enough. They probably will be able to find this kill, the Cold Embrace, but the Force Staff away, and not even getting that. Eul Scepter lift up, stunned up. Can they find any kind of solace here? Nothing going. Complexity again, just causing so much trouble. There is a Supernova down. The hook shot over there to the Earthshaker connects onto him, and the stun is going to come out, but the the DP still alive, and there's another Epicenter coming through. They get the Lincoln's pop onto the puck, and being able to control and kill off Kaka, Faith, all gone. My God. Complexity.
Oh my God, Newbee is just not getting any of their combos correctly.
It's just all falling apart, really.
They're a bit like VG yesterday, like the first series VG played against SG Sports. They were really, really not working well as a team. I'm seeing the same thing with Newbee now.
Kaka trying to push him away. There's a little bit of a back and forth there, and well, Moose somehow ends up still living through it, at least for now. Trying to jet away, Burrow strike. Oh, they baited him into it. The echo, the turn, Kyle gets silenced, but they force another buyback from Kaka, and Complexity backing out. He's silent out Spari, and well, that's going to be Puck, maybe dead as well. Can he live through this somehow, some way? They're trying to kill him off. The Sandstorm finds the kill, and Moo is somehow going to get out again. Oh my goddamn. Complexity, the Magic Men.
What? No one actually. Okay, someone died. I was like, no one died? Okay, one Winter Wyvern died, and there was, okay, maybe another kill here.
Maybe, or maybe Fate's just going to end up going down himself. They got that double strike soul sump to Chessie, taking a lot of damage though, and well, Grave Chill run away. He's pretty quick on that bird. And TP out, almost no.
That was still a big win. How many buyback was that? Two buybacks?
2 buybacks.
Oh gosh. Who was it? Phoenix?
Phoenix and the Pugna, I believe.
Pugna? Yeah, Phoenix and the Pugna. Yeah, Phoenix and Pugna. And they got only 2 heroes. Oh my God, it's really bad. Tower took so much damage.
I mean, it's still only 1,000 gold.
When is the chrono coming? When is the good chrono coming? I'm still asking myself that. How long are we gonna wait? Like I think it feels like his team is like raging at him. That's why his chrono is getting from bad to worse, you know.
Yeah, that's true. It's tough.
And he's trying to like catch a lot of heroes by the edge of the chronosphere, and he missed like twice in a row.
Well, and the thing that you wonder is, you talked about it earlier, like using the other heroes to set up for a better chronosphere.
He has to wait. I think he has to wait for his clockwork or the puck to go first. He's been like all the fights. I'm glad he actually brought that up. I noticed that he's been just trying. He's trying really hard to make the chronosphere the team's first move, get a good chrono, and then follow up. I think he probably should try to let his team set it up for him instead of him setting up for his team.
I mean, that has to be a little bit of a team decision as well, too, right? Like, it's not all on him, surely.
Yeah, who knows? But
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Only the players know. we're just watching Dota, trying to figure out what's happening.
That's definitely what we're trying to do, because it hasn't looked pretty at times for Newbee this game.
Yep, there's a lot of reasons why it's not pretty, you know. It's not like, oh, this guy is awful, that's why he's landing bad chronos. No, it's like sometimes it's his team, you know. He's yelling, guys, can someone go first? And the guy replies him, no, you go first, you go first.
Yeah.
I need you to chrono first. And then he's like, are you sure? I don't want to go first. And then he still goes first because his team tells him to go first, you know. And then it ends up in a disaster.
Well, and the other thing, too, to think about is it's complexity, understanding the situation and taking advantage. They've been playing a really fine game at Dota 2 here, and both series looking good.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from coL, but it still seems like Newbee is making it easy for coL to take advantage of the situation by not having good teamwork in the team fights, the clash.
All right, maybe a last hurrah here. Newbee, they want to do something. They do Midas.
The smokes.
Ships in the night.
Oh, the scan actually went red, so I think they're just gonna go. They think that Newbee coL is behind here.
Wyvern down bottom solo, but even that.
But Rush is up on. Like both teams want to get a pick off before they go Rush.
Z-Freak's just gliding away from there.
The
Shadow
ward.
bladed out.
The ward actually did it see him? Oh, they saw them.
They just saw this.
The ward saw them.
All right, Faith completely alone. Burrow strike there. Moogie, he finds a chrono. Is it going to be enough? The Sunray is out as well. They have to take advantage of this. It's the first one they found in a really long time. The Echo Slam turnaround. Supernova down on top of them. Can they find the kill? Two already dead for Newbee. They don't have any follow-up. The sun is going to break, but already too much here coming out as maybe they're going to be able to bring down the Pug. The Exorcism is there. Life Drain not nearly enough. Complexity have grown too big. The chrono didn't even matter. They find the win of the team fight.
That was a bit of miscommunication as well. He chronoed KP. KP was in the chrono.
Yeah.
He got two enemies, but he got KP in the chrono as well. So KP wasn't able to, like, they couldn't burst the two targets in the chronos right away because one of their teammates is in the chrono.
Well, and you'd think that with all this other magic damage, there might have been enough, but there was also that like little bit of separation where they didn't get the supernova right on top of it. Also, it came afterwards.
But he was doing his sunray, so I think he was still okay.
Well, a hope and a prayer is what Newbee is holding on to now. As high ground is being pressured, the tower is taken. No exorcism, but when there aren't any heroes there to defend, even a right click from an Earthshaker is enough to make those barracks fall. I guess the bird's also doing a hell of a lot of damage.
I thought that was the chrono they were waiting for.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
God, I can hear Swindle yelling from here. There is so much like just quarterbacking right now being done, saying what needs to happen, and there it is, you talk about it. They got the Dream Coil down the silence, but not enough.
I mean, it's always good to have someone being really vocal. I think it's very important in a team. Like, in those kind of very tense team fights, someone has to orchestrate who's going in first, what we're going to do, where we're going, where's the ward going to go down. We're going to have vision here, we're going to take the fight here, we're on high ground. Everything, every small detail needs to be inch perfect to win the fight, you know. It's not just like everyone running in and casting spells, you know. Having a chain of command makes everything easy.
Faith taking that Arcane Rune away. Now, it looks a little funny just hook-shotting and running out of there, but that Arcane Rune pretty important to steal away from the DP. Z-Freak spots out Faith here. More battle of brewing. Moo is there. There's going to be the Dream Coil down already. BKB pop from SC. He actually ends up burrow striking into the Chronosphere. Do they have enough to bring them down? It looks like the answer is going to be most likely. Actually, no. Is DP really going to live through this? Liv turning, trying to stay alive. They have the Soulfire Siphon as well. They're running away from the egg. She is still going to be living through this. The initiation looked good again for a moment, but they aren't going to be able to really take full advantage of the Exorcism.
So no, that was a 3-man chrono and no one died.
That's disheartening.
That's a very big bad sign right now for Newbee. They don't have enough damage anymore. Like Void pretty much doesn't deal damage. It's like basically the Phoenix and maybe the Pugna Life Drain. That's pretty much their main damage. The Sunray and the Life Drain.
Smoked up. I don't believe that one was under a ward, and coL going to be the one that they run into. Silence the turnaround though. The Moose stun. They have the hook shot as well. It's connected onto the Earthshaker, but he's able to stay alive by virtue of that Glimmer Cape, and now it's going to instead be the clockwork going down. Newbee lose one in that initiation. Two-person silence. Can they find any more? Seems unlikely. Trying to TP away. Burrow. Ooh, almost.
Lincoln Sphere saves the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that was his teammate's Lincoln Sphere, yeah?
Yeah.
It was it was somewhere like Phoenix, I think, or Phoenix or the Park. So good play there by his teammate. I wonder who was that. But right now, Roshan.
Another jump. KP is actually overstuck in the trees here. Moo still in the area. Life drain to keep him alive. They show up with the rest of them though. Kaka.
BKB.
KP, and now Icarus dive away. All right, he has that item. Fine. Echo Slam a little bit off the mark as well. This is looking okay for Newbee. Can they make anything else more of this? Oh, there's going to be the Burrow and the Epi, though, and the follow-up is there as well from Limp. They get the BKB off from SC, but he's taking a ton of damage. It is going to fall. The Chronosphere, is it going to be enough, though? I don't know if they have the damage. The Supernova is down as well, but they just don't have anything at all to throw into this Chrono. Complexity just looking at him.
That's just GG.
They don't have an answer.
Where's the creeps? Oh, they don't have creeps in the base.
There's one creep wave down their bottom. If they can get that one close enough, they're just able to backdoor the tier 3 tower. And
oh dear. As 2 lanes?
oh, they got to kill off that creep wave. It's not going to happen though. So it looks like with the Exorcism now ending, I mean, it's not. GG is feeling inevitable at this point, but it's not quite there yet. If Newbee were able to do something, do they have to like find a pick off with the Chronosphere on a key target, like when they're away from complexity, or what's?
I think at this point, if you chrono someone, only one target. If they have buyback, they buy back and they come, you just get mega, right?
Okay.
Pretty much. They need to win a team fight, a full-scale team fight. Have they even won any of the full-scale team fights?
I don't think so. Well, Exorcism is down, I believe, and they do have a hook shot available from the Clockwork, but Wyvern scouts him out there, and well, an Icarus dive forward. There is a Shiva's Guard out as well. They're doing a good bit of damage. Wyvern is just so freaking tanky, though, and the Burrow strike forward. They find the kill onto Faith. He buys back immediately. They don't have the Pugna for another 10 seconds.
So I guess they have to back off, yeah? Wyvern's out of mana. DP ulti is going to be up soon. You don't want to fight without it.
Dual Scepter lift up. Burrow away again. That Aghanim Scepter is just so hard to deal with. Moo is so survivable. And I think does he have the 50 health regen talent as well?
Yeah.
No.
He's having a lot of fun this game. I would want to play the Sand King now. No one can touch me. I have gazillion range on my stun.
Well, don't call it an upset, but Complexity on the verge of eliminating the TI runner-up Newbee. I mean, and if you watch the games, they've had a hell of a run throughout a lot of these North American qualifiers, and now proving that this region, it's nothing to mess with.
Still, Newbee still obviously have a shot of winning the fights. I think they need like the combo, like not only for him to chrono like 2 or more heroes, but they need the Pugna and the Sunray or the Phoenix Egg to be on top of it so they can kill the first target. They need to blow up someone really quick and move on the rest. If they drop their chrono, they drop their egg and no one dies, they're just gonna lose.
Oh, that Sand King, very hard to kill off with all the regen. Limp just walking into a Sunray.
Oh, Kaka BKB.
Begging him to do something. He still has Icarus dive and actually going to get chronoed in the
he's
middle
dead.
of it. What?
Oh.
Maybe they can go off the DP at the very least. No, he gets the BKB off. He's going to live through that as well. Echo Slam down. Kyle smells blood, and they're going to take it all. They have as well the Winters, so they're keeping them alive. They're all falling apart. Complexity are dismantling Newbee. The Yule Scepter lifting them up. They've got the regen as well that's coming through. Somehow, some way, this DP is still living through it all. It doesn't even matter. And
GG.
now the regen from the souls.
That's gotta be
God.
GG. That's gotta be GG. There's no way they can hold this anymore. Nothing is available. 3 heroes, nothing more. No chrono, no egg, no hope.
Stunned right now. More ways than one. 60 seconds left for the puck.
The reason like the Sand King's being so tanky in the fights as well, because he took the magic resistant talent.
Yeah.
He took the 10% magic resist and he has a pipe on top of that. So he's actually negating a lot of the magic damage that Newbee's throwing.
Now BKB just popped and Limp turns his back. They take down another set of racks. Just the range there in the bottom as well, Z-Freak, no man left behind. Everybody gets out. 20,000 net worth lead right now.
I guess
Z-Freak just going to get this? Oh, he's going to get it. Well played indeed. There it is, the final call. Mega Creeps coming out now from Complexity.
Who would have expected?
Yeah.
A whitewash 2-0?
I mean, Newbee gonna have to drop down potentially if, you know, it looks like this final last little push doesn't work out for them. They're gonna have to drop down to the lower bracket.
How? I mean, even if they say they land a good chrono on 2 heroes,
Yeah.
can they kill them? Do they have enough damage to kill them?
Seems unlikely.
Like, if the Sand King just gets the pipe off, and the DP gets the BKB off before the chrono lands, I don't think they can kill anyone in the chrono. Void
What's this there? I mean, they all have buybacks too. They chrono, there's the echo down. Kaka is still surviving through that with the BKB. They do a lot of damage, and they are going to bring down that DP. Immediate buyback. Earthshaker has buyback as well. He might need to use it here. There's the epicenter down as well. They're starting to bring down SC, and everybody's slowed up, but still no deaths. That's 2 buybacks expended from Complexity. They need to find these kills here, and if they do, it's most likely the game. And it looks like with the Burrow Strike through a double kill for Chessie, it's probably going to be enough. Gone forever. Newbee gonna drop down to the lower bracket, and there's a man very happy about it. Swindles showing up with his team.
Yep, well played to call. 2 solid games of Dota. And Newbee, on the other hand, 2 very shaky games of Dota.
Yeah, I guess that's a big thing to talk about. You know, first Vici gaming yesterday, now Newbee as well, struggling a little bit, and Complexity showing that they definitely have what it takes. I think a lot of people came into this expecting a 2-0 going the other way. But what was it that impressed you most about Complexity's play?
Very solid. Like, they have a system that works for them. They clearly pick around like Earthshaker, like Chen, Earthshaker. They have a few heroes that they like. They have a very clear playstyle with the 5-man line. Like, they have this Helm of Dominator, drums. They are very 5-man-ish playstyle. I kind of like what they are bringing to the table. Very interesting, very new, very fresh for me.
Definitely. Well, and then Newbee on the other side of it, was it just like for you the miscoordination of skill and team fights, or was it like they tried to fight at the wrong times? I don't know.
There's a lot of things that went wrong, but I think the main thing that we can take away from that 2 games is like Newbee's teamwork is really non-existent, like almost non-existent.
Yeah.
So many miscommunications.
Absolutely. Well, it's a tough one thinking about where you go now. Obviously, they're going to end up facing the loser of the next series, so Navi's Secret, which is, you can see this crowd is getting very, very big right now. People are excited about that one. But we do have an interview right now. We can talk to the winners of this one, and I thought I saw it was Chessie, potentially. No, it's Swindle up there. Could it be anybody else? We'll see what he has to say.
So you picked Chen in the first map. Was it somehow inspired by Chen of Team Liquid yesterday?
No, we've been running Chen a lot in our own games. Obviously, when Liquid, probably the best team in the world, picks it 4 times and they win every game, you have more confidence. My brother Zach's been an incredible Chen player for like 6 years now in multiple games, so we have a lot of faith in the hero for obvious reasons.
Also, you won versus Monkey King on the first map, and Monkey King is going kind of 0-5 this event or something. What's wrong with this hero?
I don't think anything's really wrong with it. I thought we had a pretty good lineup against it. I thought that they picked it in the wrong position. I think it's a lot more intimidating when Mugi's playing it, and we also had a lot of answers for him. So I don't know if it's really the hero. It's too small of a sample size, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll pick it, you know?
Second game wasn't that easy for you, at least compared to the first map. Was it all about draft, or you made some mistakes in the beginning?
You mean just like a mid-game, first game?
Yeah.
I made some really questionable shot calls. I occasionally stray towards the side of far too aggressive, so we were like diving a tower. But, you know, that's just the NA Dota in us, but, you know, we pulled it back, so it's all good.
At least you won it, so everything is good, what ends good. And on this event, we have an additional rule. You can take a tactical pause once per game. And I know you really like it. Why?
Well, the complexity trademark is to look really good, pretty much have the game wrapped up, and then throw and lose. And it's been like 3 years of that at this point, so usually if we get at that point where it's like, hey, we should win this game, a high percentage, let's chill and think about it, make sure we don't do something really stupid. And luckily, you know, we didn't do anything really dumb, so we won. It's all good.
Well, we're happy that you are happy with that, and good luck later, and we are going back to the panel.
Thank you.
Complexity, they do it 2-0 Newbee, 2-0 to the best team in China, to a team that has looked dominant in their own region, but Complexity showing that right now the NA region is having a little bit more kick to it. And that second game wasn't coming as easily as that first game, but still, it ended up very convincingly, Gods.
Yeah, it feels like coL showing that maybe NA Dota just knows the current metagame a bit better than some of the other teams. Using the Chen pick really well in game 1, forcing it to be banned in game 2, and still adjusting really well with their draft and able to stump Newbee 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Was there anything that stood out for you, Will? The second game?
I mean, my favorite thing about when LANs happen is that there are very clearly defined metas in each region that you're going to do certain things, you're going to overvalue, undervalue certain heroes, and so it's very cool to be able to see who was more correct, like who had the better idea and the grasp on the game. And so far, we've learned 2 things about the Chinese teams: is they really like this Monkey King offlane, and they, what is the other one? They really like Faceless Void.
Yeah, to fault in this game.
Both games, both these heroes felt very underwhelming. Whereas when I see it in China, because they're willing to take these 5-on-5s, they don't counter those heroes as much. They look very good. But here, NA in South America, they're going to pick Earthshaker every single game, first pick. That's, I think, I think SG Esports did it in both their games. Complexity has done it in both their games. This is the trend. 4 games in a row. Earthshaker's won 4 games in a row for both those regions, and I think it goes to show.
Liquid won with it as well in one of their games. Yeah.
I think China right now is undervaluing this hero. They need to buy. They need to get on that economy and just be like, guys, Earthshaker is a fantastic hero. Yeah.
But why is it such a fantastic hero? Because nothing has changed in Earthshaker, at least.
No,
he's the same hero as he's always been.
He's the Bitcoin of Dota 2. You know,
yeah,
nothing changes. Bitcoin, but
it just keeps going up. He provides this thing in Dota that's so important, is that no matter how far behind you are with Earthshaker, as long as you get a Blink Dagger, you can win. I think you pointed out, you're like, he has 7,000 net worth, and he's doing so much work. Because all he does, Blink, Fissure, Echo. Somebody else has a Force Staff for him, absolutely no issues at all. This hero instantly initiates, it bursts. Doesn't matter if you have Lincolns, you talked about that as well. Lincolns, BKB, none of these things matter. He does it all.
Doesn't know, all you need is an Earthshaker. I mean, the Winter Wyvern was really good against the Faceless Void as well.
It was cool to see Wyvern and played in that kind of off-lane core role. It was Zfrig playing in the 4 position, but he itemized, he got a lot of farm. Yeah. He really looked to scale into the late game. cold Embrace, of course, obvious counter to the Void, but also just having that extra bit of damage. I think coL realized they needed more core heroes. Like, Visage was kind of going to start falling off, isn't like a pure late game carry, so they're like, well, let's just get more and more farmers as we go.
Do you feel like the last pick, Pugna, was fitting? I mean, we talked about giving CCNC the hero that ties it all together, that's a counter to the whole enemy team. Do you feel like they succeeded in this specific second game? Because the first game, obviously, they kind of missed it there.
I'm not sure. Somehow it did a lot, but it also still felt like they were lacking damage in the chrono. I don't know what it was, because on paper, the idea is you chrono, then you Pugna Drain on top of the Phoenix Egg, and that should theoretically win you all fights. And so I feel like their lineup was okay, but I just feel like Complexity's counterpicked them a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I really liked the Pugna pick. I felt like it had a big impact. It was doing a lot in the fights, but when we've seen Pugna succeed, you always need that second and third hero who are also a threat. When Liquid running the mind control off-lane Pugna, it's like, well, Miracle, Matu also on heroes you have to worry about and deal with. This Venom is doing a ton of damage in a team fight. This Miracle hero is also a big threat. Whereas this game, it's like SCC was destroying them in most of these fights. His hero damage, almost 40,000 in that game. But it's like the Void. Lincoln's Manta, no damage output. Similarly, the Puck just got shut down, controlled really well in the fights, largely because of the Shakers. So none of his other core heroes were threatening in these fights.
Eventually, the Void went something like Blink, and so he just had item after item that didn't allow him to scale into that core. And Gods is actually completely right there, in the sense that I don't know if Pugna can be that true. He's the guy who's going to win you the game. You need a lot more support and a lot more fire. And probably the larger issue is once the chrono was over, because he does so little damage, it's pretty much just Pugna has to pick up whatever's left over. If he doesn't win the fight by himself at that point, you lose.
And that was the case for a lot of the fights. Not all of the fights, so let's take a look at the recap of the game. Because this was, at some points, this was a very close game. It could have gone either way. Especially at the start, we had also the Pugna and the Faceless Void. They were on top of net worth for a large portion of the game. At some point, they just started to fall off, though. But the start already going the way of Complexity.
Yeah, got an early couple kills, but Newbee, once they got their ultimates, they see the first couple of Chronospheres. It was very much a game where the Chronos were great for the pickoffs and getting kills, but they weren't great for the team fights. We didn't see any big team fight winning Chronos, 3-4-man Chronos, so Newbee got off to like a good strong start because of their strong laning, but couldn't really carry forward into team fight execution.
I believe coL gets out of that one.
He dies right here though at the end.
Yeah. But not to the clockwork.
Not to the clock. That is important though. Like they always traded or something like that.
The Phoenix always lived, and at one point Phoenix was more farm than both Void and Puck, which was perhaps a bit concerning when the Void and Puck are theoretically the heroes that are going to do more damage in a fight, at least Puck with time if he gets on like a Dagon, but yeah, it just felt like, yeah, the Void with his build just could not scale at all this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the pickoffs go in the way of Newbee, the team fights end up going the way of complexity in this game, it seems like. They also had a little bit after this one, they had a perfect Chronosphere. They just didn't kill anybody in that. That's the
You see that
point.
fight right there, where your 5-position Earthshaker just solo blows up your Puck.
That's a hero that's known for being elusive, hard to kill, and a 5-position can solo kill it.
And a Chrono and Void has to just run away from the Chrono. Yeah. That's never where you want to be.
Limp played this series so well. Like the way that he played his Death Prophet, because you can't waste movement on this hero. It's the most important thing. She's very unforgiving in that sense. If you misjudge a fight, or you pop your ulti too late, or you pop it too early, then it's very easy for the team to play around that fact. And he did such a good job of engaging with it, staying alive. His team, of course, doing a very good job of playing around that DP ult as well. But we talked about it before this match, this kind of style that Complexity wanted to bring. Team fight, team fight, team fight. And they're always prepared for these.
I think Newbee tried to match him. When you get that 3rd, 4th pick Void Phoenix, you're thinking, oh, versing a team that likes to team fight, go as 5, let's try and go head-to-head with them in that area, since Newbee are a very good team fight team themselves and often play in that style, but ultimately these heroes just did not work or weren't as scary as what coL had. We talked about how strong Shaker is right now. The Death Prophet, like these, it just seemed like the Void was just an ineffective pick.
Yeah. Too much of a comfort pick perhaps, and maybe just like the first game, not enough thought going into that.
Yeah. You see right there in the fight, the Void can't even stand in his own Chrono. Yeah. He's afraid of dying with Ghost, so he time walks out, maybe a little bit prematurely, but this just speaks volumes about how this game kind of went for Newbee, is that their Void just simply couldn't have impact.
Yeah, but at this point the game is already largely over. But Newbee keep fighting. At this point, do you feel like they still have a chance? Like, why did they keep fighting? Well, even according to the commentators, they already lost at that point.
I mean, they had one more fight in them.
Yeah.
Until you're like dead without buybacks, I guess. It's like you give that last hurrah.
Yeah.
Hope for I don't know what. A missed Echo Slam or something.
You try. You hope for a mistake from the enemy team. Overall, though, I mean, if we look at the brackets, Complexity making it out here, if you'd asked me earlier today, I probably would not have said that Newbee was the one to fall short.
Yeah. I talked to Kyle before the series, and I was like, he's like, oh, what's your prediction? I was like, coL 2-1. He's like, yeah, that's right. You have back. I was like, what? So you agree you're going to lose a game? Clearly, you should have believed a bit more. You know, like coL 2-0.
Convincing. He did say also that it was 20-80 for the draft. Like draft matters 80% in a match like this.
Yes.
You would agree?
I think nowadays the thing is the skill, especially it's become so globalized in the sense that everybody can match up well against each other.
Yeah.
It's no longer the sense where like one player is so much more dominant than the other. So oftentimes we're seeing teams with very strong captains and very good drafters have more success than teams that just focus on having this like hyper uber skill team.
Yeah.
Of course, teams like Liquid have the advantage of being both, same with Newbee, but these teams that come in with good ideas about the game, if you think about it, like, I think Complexity, Swindles is like 7K, his brother doesn't really play solo queue very often, but it doesn't really matter because their ideas about the game are so solid, and they're getting to prove it right now on LAN.
Yeah, good for them. They make it to the winners bracket finals, which means that they are going to play again today. They just need an opponent, and for that opponent, there needs to be a match first, and that match is Team Secret versus Na'Vi, which will be happening right after the break. So stay tuned for more Dota 2 for the StarLadder Invitational.